The director of the CIA is set to travel to Europe in the coming days to revive hostage talks between Israel and Hamas. That's according to a U.S. official. Israel saw protests Wednesday after families of hostages decided to release a graphic video taken by militants showing 5 female soldiers in captivity. Our Imtiaz Tyab spoke with one of the sisters of the hostages about the efforts to keep their stories alive. Imtiaz?
John, good evening. The female soldiers seen in the video worked as lookouts on the border with Gaza when they were taken captive from an Israeli army base on October 7th. Now, 5 of them are believed to still be held by Hamas. And although we've seen previous video of civilian hostages as they were abducted, it's rare for images of soldiers to be made public like this, a decision their family said they made after receiving the heavily edited footage from the Israeli military, and said that they felt it needed to be seen by the public as part of efforts to put more pressure on the Israeli government to agree to a deal which would see the release of the hostages still held by Hamas. Now, we spoke to one of those family members, Sasha Aryev, whose sister Karina, a soldier, is still being held. Here's part of our conversation. A warning now, some of the images in this report may be distressing.
Why did your family want to release this video to the public?
We watched it like 1 month, 2 months ago, and only now we realized that we need to show it to the public, to the world, to Israel, because people are forgetting. We have the feeling that it's becoming normal. A few girls like in pajamas, blood covered, terrified, and you just can't imagine even when they're speaking to them. I don't think the girls realized, because they do not know the language, but like, you are so pretty, you are the girls who will get pregnant. Like, I don't find the words how I worry for my sister and the girls and the men who are there still.
What do you want the world to know about your sister?
I want the world to know that my sister is not only a poster. Yes, she's my sister and I love her, but I want everyone to think that it might be their sister, their mother, their friend, their brother, their family. My sister is 5 years younger than I, and I remember her since the day she was born. She's the gift of my parents to me, so I can live my life beside her, so I can have someone that I love that will support me. And we have a very special bond, and I couldn't protect her as a big sister, but I'm fighting now. And as I said before, I am ready to go and be captive without me being released ever, just her to come home.
You would trade places with her?
Yes.
The last time we saw a hostage release deal was in November. It's now nearly the end of May. Why do you think there's been no progress?
Because people play with politics on the back of our families, on the back of the hostages. And this is another reason that we published the video, so people stop looking our beloved ones as posters or as just names or numbers, because everyone says there are like this number and this number of hostages, and it comes down. So people will understand they're talking about live people who are still alive and must come home as soon as possible.
Do you think your Prime Minister is doing enough to release your sister and the other hostages?
Every day that she's not home, it becomes harder for me not to be disappointed. But if I won't believe, I won't come out from my bed in the morning.
So you have to believe she'll come home?
Yes. We had so much of this roller coaster of on and off, that there is a deal, there isn't, negotiations that broke down, and I just told myself I won't hear those lies again till she is home. For me, she is not home. Like, only when I see her, I will believe that something's happening.
And in the hours after the video was released, Israel's war cabinet instructed its negotiating team to continue efforts to secure the release of the hostages. Talks have essentially stalled for weeks now as Israel and Hamas struggled to meet each other where they could come to some sort of agreement which would see not only the release of hostages, but also a ceasefire deal. The U.S., Qatar, and Egypt have largely played a big role as mediators, But as we've been saying, there has been no deal since November, which was the last time we saw hostages released from Gaza. John.
Imtiaz Tyab in East Jerusalem. Thank you.